This has been tough. It has been tough. Let's get inside City Hardware here. I got a project going on back at the build. It's their lunchtime. I told my run, go get this and be back because we're gonna get this done. So back to the City Hardware. Back to the place that I donate so much to. Closer. Yeah, back to it. So we'll get here past these people and I'll talk to you about a couple other things. All right, so let's look here. So I'm doing these. I've already got this EvoWood right here, but I'm looking for the trims for it. Yeah, I'm looking for the trims, and they moved all this. This was plywood here, and they moved all of this here, and they switched it and moved all the plywood over there. I mean, they just took what was over there and put it here and here, there. But honestly, I like it better. It looks great. For some reason they switched it, but it looks good. Anyway, I'm gonna continue looking for these trims. I'm gonna look, trying to find it. I know a place that has it, but I bought my panels from here. They're EvoWood, just like this name right down here. But I have never seen the trim. I was hoping they'd have it. You got to sell more than just the core piece. You got to sell the supporting accessories along with it. And there's some tracks that it goes into on the walls and stuff. Where do they have that stuff? I have to find some help, and we'll have to discuss this. Well, I was just walking by. It's an interesting piece right here. What is that, plastic? You see how it's corrugated up? Look at that. Yeah, it's like a plastic. It's got like a big sticker on the back or something. Somebody's just been, oh no, it's bound together. So it's actually like individual little pieces, and it's got like a heavy material that binds it all together on the back. So you could go like right around a pole or something with that and wrap it. Yeah, you could wrap that right around a radius. That would be interesting. You could do all kinds of stuff with it. You could get really creative. Yeah, just think about that. You got a round pole, you want to give it this style, well, like this, it would just be able to curl right around it. That's, even though it's a wall panel, you could get creative if you wanted to build something and it had like a wave up and down in it. Man, that's pretty neat. I like it. I like it. I like it. Still looking for the rest of the stuff. So before, they didn't even have these clips, these supporting clips for that kinds of stuff. But now they got the clips at least, but they're still, these are for some panels, they're not for those panels. Huh. So they still actually don't have the clips, yeah, because that's for a different brand. Well. Whew. So that was quite the disappointment. They sell all of the wall panels and ceiling panels, but they do not sell any of the trims and the tracks that connect it all properly and trim it out properly. And they don't call it trim. If you're trying to ask about it, they don't call it trim. They call it edging. It's edging. And that's okay for them to have a different word, you know, potato, potato. But just trying to tell you, if you're asking for trim, they won't cross that over in their mind. Trim is the same thing as edging. So yeah, edging is what they're calling it there. But I went up to the assistant manager. She's a nice lady, and I asked, how come they're not carrying that? I said, I've waited so long to install this because your staff kept telling me that you'll soon have the edging in. And I said, now, you never got the edging, you're never gonna get the edging. And now they say that my color is discontinued. So she took me over to some trims for like stair steps and stuff like that. Some trims, kind of like you'd use if you're just putting down like floating floor or something, you know. Very similar to that, like the pieces that you would find for floating floor, like back in the States, for instance. So snap together floors. And there was an alternative there that could be used that looked pretty darn good, and it seemed to match fairly close, not perfect, but fairly close to what I have. So I went ahead and bought some of it. It wasn't that expensive, and it's made to be walked on and get a lot of wear, so certainly it should hold up, never being walked on and just trimming out around a ceiling or a wall. So I went ahead and bought it, but I'm going to stop at a place on the way out right here that they were closed for lunch. Big business, and they closed for lunch. Big old expensive operation, big old building, and big building and everything, and they close at lunchtime. Just cray. And that's the time I usually have to get away because the guys are on lunch, and while they're on lunch I run and go get materials. So they miss my business all the time because our timing don't match up. So I'm gonna go check them out real quick because I stopped by there one time, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, and lo and behold, they had edging there. And I wish I just would have went ahead and bought some stuff from them. It was a different brand, different company, and the color wasn't gonna match. But at this point it don't matter since my color has been discontinued. Yep, it's the way it goes in the wild, wild west. I wonder how many people looking at my show going, he ain't got his seatbelt on. Look at him, he ain't got his seatbelt on. But let's see. From where I'm going, point A to point B right now, I'm probably not even going to exceed 10 to 15 miles an hour. I could literally just slam right in the back of something and be able to brace for it, you know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't have it on. I'm gonna give you a good reason why too. I had a shattered collarbone before, and it is so sensitive, has been sensitive my whole life. And they actually gave me a pass on that in the US about having to wear that shoulder deal. And sometimes I'll wear it, but man, if that collarbone's hurting, I don't wear it. And today is one of those irritable days for it, and I ain't wearing it. So there you go. So this is that steel metal. This is the place I told you they rolled the doors up for lunch. Now this is their own vehicles here. Look at this big old parking lot. It's empty. And they're building more of these places. They need the doors open. Not everybody taking siesta. And I need to be back at the job site right now. They're waiting on me, and I'm having to kill time to wait for these jokers to be open. It just ain't right, I tell you. It just ain't right. I'm walking off for some employee here that looks like he just woke up from lunch. Looks like he's been asleep for the past hour. So here's the trims right here. So at least they do have the trim, and I'm telling you, it's just not really much different than it's just not really much different than the trim that I just bought for that floor edging. And that's what that lady said. She said it would work. And I mean, it's really, actually the floor edging stuff feels better than this. This is a nice piece right here. I like that. And I need this. Yeah, as it says, an angle ender, PVC sealant angle ender, if they have any stock. Well, I like that. I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna talk to them. All right, so I just bought some stuff in there. Young lady that's working there named Rowena. She helped me out, cute young lady, and we found this corner trim, this corner molding, which is really perfect for what I need. And it was fair priced, so they had just enough exactly to the piece. So as long as we don't make any mistakes. All right, so like I said, we're trying to do this ceiling up here, and here's these panels right here. And I bought this at that steel metal. This is actually made for those panels that you'll see have like a sticker on them, and they're this white PVC or whatever, and those panels are about that thick right there, and they slide right in. They're about a foot wide each. That's actually what this is for. I bought it because I'm actually looking to put a ceiling in that cabin. The cabin out there by the pond, or what we joke around calling the San Antonio Riverwalk. And I can always use them out there. But I did look about using it in here, but it's just not the quality that I want for in here. Now, this was actually staircase trims. Like this is called like a nose molding, I think here. Yeah, it just says end cap. This is all over for staircase stuff. So it's made to be walked on, you know, have a wear life to it and all. You can feel the quality of it. And there's two different pieces that I bought. That one up there is like it's right here, I'll show you. That one is this one right here, this profile. And see, it's a stair nose. But it works perfect onto that panel right there. And it'll work perfect as our starter piece along the ceiling right here. Way better quality, and it matches pretty decent to the panels that I have. So I bought from two different places, but I'll use them both. Did you already drill one of them? You need to drill one, rivet it, and then drill the other so it don't slide or make it get wavy. The bit dull. It's too small. I'll go down and get you one. I don't know where I got one hidden. So they're up there riveting on that starter track. And the thing is, here's what a lot of the locals in the country will do. They buy these clips right here that you go on to the edge and clip these, and they'll drill every piece through like that on this edge right here, and they'll pop rivet it, and that'll crack that PVC. It'll crack every piece. And instead of buying the little clip that goes on there, and you slip the clip on and you rivet to the metal clip, and then you slip that on, and then you're not busting PVC. But to eliminate having to buy those cheap little pieces, you can buy a whole bag of them cheap. They just drill straight through the PVC and it'll split and crack it. And I can also understand when the places that sells the panels don't even stock the clips a lot of times. I had to buy the clips online. Boys will be boys, all right? Boys will be boys. Look at that. Mm-hmm. So, we've been putting the ceiling upstairs. Man, that's going good. I haven't even really come down today to see what Marvin's been doing, but if you don't know, last week I allowed Marvin to return back here to work because he is better at dealing with this skim coat. He's probably done more skim coating personally here for me ever since the garage than anybody. So there was these two brothers that we hired to come in there and like skim coat on the garage a long time ago so we can move into it like an apartment, you know. And Marvin jumped in there watching them and allowed to be a helper, and he was really picking up on what they were doing. But then I saw flaws in what they were doing, and I said, Marvin, they're not really a good example because their technique's not that great. I can't believe they're the professionals. So you see he's been in here skim coating. Let me see if I can back it up. So I said, you know, if they're professionals, this isn't that great of work. And I start showing him, you do a little bit better, it could be mixed a little better, that you know, they're working small batches at a time. You know, I mean, it's just, come on. That's all I can say is, come on, man. And he's kind of regressed a little bit. He was better, but now he's not as good anymore. It's like they just forget. But he's getting it there, man. Look, he's worked all up around in here right now. Look at that, man. This is that new laundry room. And he'll be getting this wall here done too. But look here, he's already come all around over here. It really changes too to go from raw concrete to start getting something real in here on it. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Didn't really mean to start on that ceiling up there today. It just kind of happened because it went to raining on us. And I said, well, if it's raining, we can't do the work I wanted to do down here. So it's time, you know, that we say that rainy day work always. Let's go do that. So if y'all haven't seen, the walls are done now on the under the staircase pump room, those extended walls. And I've got this chaseway where the pipes are coming up. I need to get them all cleaned up. They're all capped in the end and filled up, and I'm gonna blow them out a lot good before we hook any permanent plumbing up. But it's got a chaseway up underneath there. The deck will be poured over this right here. And so that'll be a hollow chaseway. It comes under, it comes across here, it goes out around the other side of the pool. That will have entry points to where we can always access the plumbing and all in there for whatever reason we would need to do it. We'd always be able to access it. Upgrades, repairs, whatever. So yeah, man, that's pretty cool. It's coming together. They got these forms pulled. We left steel sticking out right here so we can form in whatever front we need for a door. And so if that time comes, we'll just chip this concrete back a little bit and make whatever opening we need to make. Usually on these rooms like this, you leave them vented, let a little air breathe in there and all. And that's usually, you know, motor room, pumps, motors need to get a little air and stuff like that. But the problem here is the salty air. The more you can keep that salty air away, like your motors, you know, your pumps, man, it will eat them up, man. I'm telling you, don't think that they are immune to it. They are not immune to it. So I need to do about that. But I got a lot of room now to put my pool equipment and all in here. Once this is all finished out, this will all be deck poured in here. The door will be here, and this will all have decking in there. And some of it's just only going to stay dirt with gravel. I'll put gravel in there, and that's so that you can always, once again, if I cover the pipes there a little bit and all, you can always easily remove it and access everything you need to access. So our tent though is to start setting. See, we're setting plywood here in our tent, was to start setting steel here today. Now there's two things: the rain come, but that just so happened to be. But we had someone staying in this room, and I wanted to keep the guys away from working right here. Just being noisy, hammering, anything they might be doing. Chop saw, cutting steel. I wanted away from the room that guests are in. So that's the deal with that. That is the dealio.
The dealio.
Yeah, the dealio.
Dali lang, Day. Dali lang. Wait a minute lang. Hey, flowers for you, see? Wow.
Wow. Bless, bless. Wow. Man, that does smell so good.
No, I planted one.
Wow, it sure is. Man, that is so beautiful smelling. Oh, somebody what, got Burger King? Is that Burger King? Lucky. Lucky, who got Burger King? What? I hate you. I hate you. Attack. Attack.
She like
Attack.
Ah, you mean the Burger King?
Yeah. Yeah.
She did not
It's okay, I'm diet.
My love, we're going to hang out here for this tonight, okay?